Yeah. I was sparring too. I was sparring, not against him. That's not me.
Yeah.
but
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. Kevin, man, some last minute shuffling, man, with this card being moved to Las Vegas from Shanghai. Were there any issues with like visas or anything for you?
I actually just picked up my passport like an hour ago. So yeah, like I've done my Chinese visa last month. Everything was alright. It went quite fast. And then they said we're moving to the US instead. So I had to do the whole process again. And yeah, I was a bit stressed out, to be honest, because I'm flying to the US in 4 days now. And yeah, I just got my passport back. So, but yeah, all done now. So all good.
Yeah, man, that's a little headache, but I guess it's all over with, so you good now. Kenan Song, man, that's the name on the contract. He's 8 fights deep into his UFC career. What is your breakdown of his fighting style?
Yeah, I think it was going to be a good fight. To be honest, I was more excited when it was in China because I was very excited to fight someone on his home soil.
Mhm.
No, it's at the UFC Apex, which means we won't have any crowd and stuff. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Fight is a fight. Yeah, the dude has more experience in the UFC than I do. But that's a story of my life. Always been fighting guys who have more experience, so I don't really care. I feel it's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, you're right, man. If you go back to your record or your experience on the regional scene, you fought all the guys that were like they were talking about, oh, he's next to go to the UFC out of Australia, and you go in there and you beat those guys, man. So it's nothing new to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think the experience is the only thing. That's definitely a big thing to have success in the sport. But some guys are good with less experience, and I think I'm one of them. So yeah, I'm excited to fight this guy, even if he has more experience. Should be a good one.
For sure. And are you the type of fighter that watches tape on opponents, or do you let the coaches do all of that?
I watch a tiny bit, but not too much. I watch his last few fights a couple of times, and that's it. But last time I watched the footage was like last month,
Mhm.
and yes, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I just know what I need to do for the game plan to beat his fighting style, and yeah, just focus on that thing. But most importantly, I focus on myself more than my opponent. To be honest,
What did you see in the tape of his last few fights?
well, I'm not gonna tell you that, but let's just yeah. I've seen some holes. I've seen some mistakes, and I can capitalize on, and the habit he has, and all those things. And yeah, same thing for my coaches. They've been studied his style even deeper than what I did, and I think we have the right game plan to beat him.
And your UFC debut in Sydney earlier this year against Kiefer Crosby, pretty dominant performance. When you watched your own fight back, is there anything that you did not like?
Many things. I'm never really satisfied about my fights and my performances because I know I can do much better than what I've done, even if I won quite comfortably. I still got hit a few times, and I've done some mistakes, and I shouldn't be doing if I want to reach the highest level. But it's alright. Like I've done okay, but I know I can do even better than that.
Is that how you feel about every fight though? You know what I mean? Like when you look at it, you're just always thinking, okay, I got to get back into the gym and work on these holes or these mistakes, like defensive wise.
Yeah. Defensive wise, offensive wise, I'm quite hard on myself,
Mhm.
So I'm never really satisfied. Even if I do something good, I'm always like looking at it. I'm like, yeah, but I should have done it even better. So, but at the end of the day, that's the beauty of competition. You can't be happy with whatever you are doing, otherwise you stop improving.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong, like there are some good things that I've done on the fight, and the results speak for itself.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah, there's always some things to improve.
Without a doubt. And after the fight, after your debut, you call for the fight with Ian Garry. Have you been seeing all the stuff that's going on with him lately? What I mean? It's been wild, man.
I've seen that Strickland has been talking shit about him like he does about everyone. But yeah, like I want to compete against the guy. I want to beat him in a cage, but I'm not the kind of guy who's gonna talk about his wife and stuff like Sean Strickland did. I believe there is some stuff like that we shouldn't even get into the conversation, you know. But Strickland is Strickland. He talks quite often, and he's talking about Ian Garry's wife, and yeah, I'm not gonna put myself into those kind of conversations.
Yeah, there's certain things that are off limits, right, for fighters. There should be like there is an unwritten rule in a way, right, between fighters.
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, I don't know. For me, just as a man and as a human being, I just think there's some stuff you don't say. You know, you can think about something and you can not agree about some stuff, and some people do. But at the end of the day, that's his life, and he does whatever he wants. You know, and that's it. You know, I'm not gonna take his personal life into consideration for the way I would compete against someone anyway. So I don't really care who he's married to and what religion he has and all this stuff. Like that's his life, you know. I'm just gonna see the guy's skills and that's it.
Do you think the martial artist aspect of fighting is being lost slowly in the sport?
Yes and no, because that's a sport, but that's a business too, you know. And that's how you make money. And unfortunately, sometimes it's by going off limits and just like going a bit further than what you should. And some guys are just pushing those limits a bit too much. But at the end of the day, everyone say whatever they want. If they think that's a way to make money, well, so yeah, they do whatever they want. I won't talk about someone's family myself, but if they want to do it, it doesn't matter.
For sure. This year, man, this is your fourth fight. Two of those were 5-round title fights where you were preparing for 5-round title fights. Has this been like a continuous training camp all year for you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's actually so I'm fighting December 9th, and last year I fought December 10th. So it's actually gonna be exactly 5 fights in 365 days, which yeah, which is a fair bit. But like I'm always at the gym, you know, and I've been lucky enough that I didn't really get any serious injuries during my fights, and I know that sooner than later it could happen. You know, that's a sport we do. Sometimes we get injured, and that can be quite bad, and then we're out of training and competing for a few months. So as long as I have no injuries, I'm very happy to be able to compete as often as possible. But yeah, man, I don't remember last time I was not in camp. It's been a while, but it's I love it.
Yeah, and I see that, during the pandemic, you didn't really have any fights, right? So you have to take advantage of your opportunities, right?
Yeah, absolutely. During COVID, that was very hard to find fights here in New Zealand, but at least we got lucky and we could train still a lot and stuff. Some countries couldn't do it, so I guess we're gonna see the positive side of it. And yeah, use COVID time to get better, improve a lot, and now I can fight a lot and show all those improvements. So yeah.
I remember when that was going on, like the news people were like sitting outside the gym taking pictures of everybody walking out. Like Dan was like there, what is it, Eugene? Everybody like they were taking
Yeah.
pictures. It was crazy.
Yeah, man, they're ready to do anything to catch us. But
I
yeah,
think
yes, that's crazy. Like, lucky this time is over now,
yeah.
and yeah, hopefully we don't have another crazy thing like that coming.
For sure, man. And being in a continuous camp and fighting at the same time because it's different, right? You get to actually like implement what you've been training, what you've been learning. How has that been for your development? Do you think this year you've just developed like 10 folds compared to like the previous years?
Um, I don't think that's about the training. I think competing you get so much better because training. If I have a fight, if I don't have a fight, I do pretty much the same training. I just have extra conditioning and strength to get as fit as possible for fight nights. But even when I don't fight, or when I don't have a fight booked, I still go to the gym every day and do all those classes. So I still get technically better. But I think when you fight, you just get so much better like in one night. You just gain a lot of experience and understand the game much better. So yeah, definitely those this past year I've improved a lot, not only because of the training, but because of all the fights I've had and all the great opponents I've had the chance to share the cage with.
And with camp for this fight, I know that Dan was actually in camp with you as well. I've seen a lot of you guys, training together. And he just had surgery, I think yesterday or the day before, and he's back in the
Yeah,
room, like
yeah,
supporting. I mean, how big is that though? To have
yeah,
someone like
man. Yeah, for sure. I'm very grateful to have those kind of people at the gym. As teammates and friends who are supporting the journey. Yeah, Dan got injured last week during sparring. That was very sad to see because yeah, we've done the work camp together, and I was looking forward to see him competing against Bobby Green and making a statement and getting back at the top of the lightweight division. But unfortunately, sometimes it happens. But yeah, he got surgery, and yeah, back to the gym right away, and watching the boys, and he's still doing conditioning, he's staying fit and stuff. So I'm sure this time he's gonna heal his hand properly, and he's gonna come back stronger than ever.
for sure. Did you do a lot of sparring with him for this camp?
For this camp, not necessarily more than usual, but over the years we sparred many times. Dan is definitely a great guy to train with and spar against. He's obviously very high level, so it's always a good opportunity to get some rounds with him.
And not a guy that's like gonna be holding back any right. Like I know I've heard
For
stories
sure.
even from
No,
Dan.
no, for sure. But that's why I'm very similar in that way. So
Okay.
we have good rounds, but it's why we're still we know we're aspiring and we're not
Yeah.
fighting. So
Yeah.
we try to stay smart the way we spar, but sometimes it can go a bit harder than other times. But in general, we're quite good when we spar. Yeah,
Were you there when he re-broke the arm?
yeah. I was sparring too. I was sparring not against him. That's not
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
But yeah. I was there. I saw him sitting down when it happened. I've seen the video now. I've seen what happened afterwards, but I didn't know when it just happened, and then Eugene, our coach, told me about it, and I was like, "Nah, fuck!" Like that was his last week of training. But yeah, as I say, that's a sport we do. Sometimes it happens, and it is what it is.
Yeah, you talked about it earlier, man. You gotta take advantages while you're healthy to actually fight because you never know what's gonna happen. Heading into this fight against Song, like what is your mentality for this fight?
Same as always,
Mhm.
focus on myself, focus on the game plan, and I believe as long as I do what I do best and respect the game plan, I will get the victory. And that's it. I don't overthink. That's just a fight. I've been competing my whole life. Like not only in MMA but in martial arts in general. Competing is nothing new for me. I'm used to it, and that's something I love. So yeah, I'm not overthinking. I just know what kind of style is gonna bring, and I know how to deal with it.
That's always interesting to me when fighters say, I don't overthink heading into a fight because if I was gonna have a fight, I'll be overthinking every single thing. That's just,
Yeah.
like I think that's natural, right? For most people, just a civilian, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. But I think over the years and more experience you have, then you understand that it's actually a bad thing. If you overthink, you're just gonna do all the stuff you shouldn't be doing. So yeah, you're just gonna focus on what you do best, and I don't take it as something any different than I do every day. That yes, it's a fight, and he's gonna try to punch me hard, kick me hard, and do his things, and I'll do the same thing, and the best guy will win.
What do you think of the division right now, the state of the division? Do you think it's super competitive, or do you think the rise to the top 15 is not far away from for a newcomer like you?
There is good competitions, that's for sure. Like welterweight, there's a lot of people, um, but things are all beatable. To be honest, I think I'm not saying these are easy fights. All of them are hard fights, and that's definitely the best guys in the world. So it's not gonna be easy to get to the top. I definitely see a way to get all the way to the top. I know it's gonna take some time, and I need to to beat some guys first before I get there. But there's not one guy, and I'm like, oh, I can't beat this guy. Like I know they're all beatable. Um, I just need to use the right game plan against each and all of them. So yeah, like, no, I don't think anyone is not beatable. I'm actually looking forward to fight the top 15 guys someday.
December 9th, man, you get another opportunity to fight one of the top guys in the world. You know what I mean? Not even in division, in the world. UFC Fight Night Las Vegas. Thank you, Kevin, man, so much for the time, and all the best in the fight. Safe travels to Las Vegas.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.